Good evening, otherworldlies. This is Juliana Angel, your dark mask diva. How's everyone doing, you guys? Hanging in there? How's everyone in California doing, you guys? Hanging in there with those storms? I'm walking down the street. I'm seeing trees with branches breaking off everywhere. Those of you in Sacramento know what I'm talking about. Yes, all our trees, branches are breaking off. Trees are being completely uprooted. Our trees are everywhere. I'm walking down the street every few blocks. It is not uncommon to see a tree branch completely broken off and going through the windshield of a car. If you follow me on Angels Attached to Angst, I have some pictures of tree branches going through car windshields. So if you want to see that, there's some of that on my Instagram, if you guys are interested in looking at something like that. But for those of you who are not in California, we are having some really scary storms. I hear transformers blow in the middle of the night. It sounds like a huge explosion. It's absolutely terrifying. So that's what's going on with us right now. Okay? So that has something to do with my topic of this evening, okay, which is, Dear Angel, should I get rid of my social media? My answer is no, okay, and the reason I'm saying no is because what's going on right now, at least in my state, is very dangerous right now. So I'd like all of my loved ones to know that I'm okay. Now I'm posting footage of dangerous things that are going on right now, but I'm also letting everybody know that we're safe. Okay, so I'm marking myself as safe. There are a lot of storms. There's a lot of damage. There's, we had a power outage. We didn't have hot water for days. Our electricity was out and that sort of thing. I don't know if you could tell from my videos, I didn't look good for a few days. We just weren't doing too well. Okay, so, stuff was going on here. So we had partial power. We didn't have water. There were storms here. Okay, there were power outages. So trees are getting uprooted. I'm letting you guys know our trains weren't running. Okay, so what I'm telling people, do not get rid of your social media, because this may, if you don't have electricity and stuff like that, or you only have partial electricity, or you need to get somewhere where you need to be able to, say, get on Facebook or something like that and let everybody know, hey, I'm in a bad way. My home doesn't have electricity right now, or, I'm put out of my house. We've been evacuated. Okay, so you need to make sure that you can get in touch with as many people as possible, because we're going through some scary stuff right now. So I'm telling you, do not get rid of your social media. Okay, so as for the rest of you who are not in some kind of emergency situation, okay, who maybe you live in a state where this kind of stuff doesn't happen. We have this kind of stuff happening. Okay, we're having floods right now. And other times of the year we have fires. Okay, so California is a huge state, and we have a lot of things like that going on, where we have floods, we have fires. We've got a lot of rain right now. We've got a lot of scary stuff going on. So I'm telling people, do not get rid of your social media. It's not safe for you not to have social media right now, okay? You have to make sure that people can get a hold of you, and you have to make sure you can mark yourself safe for those of you who are worried about you, okay? So it's a good idea to have it right now. It's just my opinion, all right? Now, for those of you who want to get rid of your social media because it's interfering with your mental health, all right, here's the deal with social media, you guys. We all have those friends who are a mess on social media, okay, who get on there, who make a lot of drama, who talk about, their person they're dating, how they don't appreciate him, and they post a lot of memes about dysfunctional relationships, and do guys still open the door for you? Do guys still pay for dinners? Do guys still do this? Do women still appreciate their man and tell them they're smart? Do women still do this? Do women still do that? And you can tell by some of the stuff that they post that they don't have a lot of positive experiences with the opposite sex. They are feeling lonely. They're posting a lot of things about, a lot of negative things, and you can tell that they are unhappy, okay? Or you can just tell that they're fighting with somebody, or the things they post, you can just tell they're just being, they're being messy, okay? It's okay to reach out for help. That's social media is there to help you reach out for help. I don't think you should post a bunch of messy things on social media, okay? Because it makes you look dysfunctional. All right. You need to be able to reach out to your friends and say, hey, someone's not being cool or whatever. Can you help me? Yeah. Your friends need to be there for you. Okay. If somebody is not being cool in your life, you need to be able to reach out to your friends, but you don't need to post it all over social media that someone is mistreating you and stuff like that. So, and say who exactly it is and that kind of thing, so everybody knows that your love life is crap. Okay, because what is that going to attract? More people who are going to treat you like crap, you guys, right? So you need to use your head. You need to be a little bit more socially intelligent than that, right? So you're not going to want to get on there and just make it look like you are just one big mess, okay? So this brings me to another point, all right? Some people get on there and their lives are a mess, all right? None of our lives are perfect, okay? So there are people that get on there and their lives are a mess, okay? So here are these people whose lives are a mess, but they know how to put on a good front. They fake the front, you guys, right? So they get on there and they make it look perfect. They make it look like their kids are so perfect and their husband or their wife are so perfect and they've got this perfect marriage, and they're like, here's us over here on our little vacation. Here's us, and oh, isn't my husband so great? Isn't my wife so great? Oh, look, we're doing this. And here's us, on our little family vacation. And here's us doing our little family activities. And here's us, during our holiday celebration. And here's us doing this and doing that. And every time you scroll by their stuff, you're like, oh, like you're just like so sick of seeing their stuff. Okay, I'm going to let you know. On Facebook, there's this like little X in the corner, okay? You can just click that X. It'll make their post go away. All right. That doesn't mean you're not following them. It just makes their post go away, so you don't have to look at it. Okay. I know I'm being like messed up right now, but if you don't want to look at their post, you can click on snooze, so you don't have to look at their stuff. You're not unfollowing them. You just snooze them for a while, so you don't have to look at their stuff. It's not like you stop being their friend or something like that. If you're just tired of their flaunting their perfect life, like no one has a perfect life, okay? But if you're just tired of them flaunting their joy or whatever, you can just put snooze, okay? Or you're just tired of seeing whatever they're putting, if it's just too many religious posts or just too much messiness, or you're just tired of their nonsense, or you just think their opinions are too much and you're tired of it, click the little box up there or click snooze, okay? So you can still be their friend, okay? Because if there's some reason you can't stop being their friend for whatever reason, because they're going to be blowing up your phone being like, why aren't you following me anymore? And you just don't want to deal with it, okay? You can always snooze them or click the little box up there, okay? So there's all kinds of reasons or all kinds of ways where you can just sort of like avoid dealing with them, okay? So there's no like, there's a bunch of gray areas of not dealing with somebody on social media, okay? And I'm going to let you know right now that some of these people that seem to have these perfect social media lives, they're kind of like, it's called perception management. Okay. You know how some people can make it just look like they have like the perfect life, and they don't. All right. Like some people, it's called putting your best foot forward. Okay. Like, you know, none of us have a perfect life. Okay. But some people just know how not to air their dirty laundry, and that's all they're doing. Like, don't get mad at them. It's just the way they were raised. They were raised not to air their dirty laundry. So they're like, I know, I'm just going to, every time my husband does something nice, I'm going to show appreciation by posting whatever nice things he does. Like, whenever he fixes something in the house, I'm going to say, my hubby is so great, look at, he fixed this in the house. And I'm going to show appreciation by posting him fixing something in the house. And so you get on there and you read it and you're like, my husband never fixes anything in the house. And you're going to feel bad because your husband never fixes anything in the house. Okay? So there you are feeling bad because your husband doesn't fix anything. Okay, but that's just that wife's way of thanking her husband for fixing something. Okay? But maybe your husband does other nice things. But that's just her way of getting him to keep fixing things in the house. You see what I'm saying? Like but maybe he does a bunch of other stuff she doesn't appreciate. Like maybe he's not a very good earner. Or maybe he's not a very good dad. Or, you know, maybe he's just like, maybe she resents other stuff that he does. But she's just trying to reinforce the good stuff he does. So she's like, he fixes stuff. You know, so she's posting that on there. So she can nag him about other stuff. You see where I'm going with that? Okay, so that's, people don't realize that that's why people are doing that. Like, look how great, you know, like a husband will be like, oh, my wife's the greatest, she does X, Y, and Z, okay, and he's posting, you know, her on social media. Well, you know, maybe he's cheating on her. You don't know that, and like, you're on there going, my husband never posts me on social media, but I mean, he could just be the best guy, doesn't cheat on you, he loves you to death, he's not like on there posting you on social media all the time. Okay, well, why don't you just post pictures of you guys and tag him in it? Okay, maybe you need to be the mate that posts photos of you guys. Okay, that doesn't mean he doesn't love you. Okay, so you don't know why people are posting all these social media things. Okay, maybe that person feels the need to post all those photos because they're the only person in the family that posts photos. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know why people are doing that. All right, so don't jump to conclusions that your mate is less than because they don't fix all these things around the house, or they don't, you know, they're not a picture poster. You know what I mean? Did I say that right? Picture poster. Yeah, I did. So that doesn't mean they love you any less. You know what I'm saying? So it's just start posting pictures of you and your mate, you know, tag them in the picture, you know, and you know, and have them push the little heart or whatever, and, you know, call it a day. But, you know, if you don't feel like there's enough pictures of you and your mate on social media, but the thing is, just put your best foot forward. Realize that what you're seeing on there is what everybody's letting you see on there, okay? And that people are putting stuff up there to kind of, you know, reinforce behaviors out of their partner. You know, like, you know, people are making themselves look really nice and then posting their nicest pictures of them, like looking the prettiest or looking the nicest, or, you know, posting their vacation photos. Okay, so it just kind of, those are the nicest times of their life. They're not, you know, unless they're really messy and they're really into showing how messy they are. Some people are really into showing how messy they are, and that's who they are, okay? But then these other people are really just into showing how, you know, how they're making it in life, how, what their ambition is affording them. And you're just sitting there feeling bad about yourself. Okay, well, money isn't everything. All right. But, you know, maybe they grew up and they didn't have much. You know what I mean? So now they're doing better than what they had when they were growing up. So they feel like they need to always be posting the new thing they bought. Maybe they're keeping up with the Joneses, you know what I mean? So they're always posting those pictures, right? And you're just like, I'm really tired of seeing their new car. I'm really tired of seeing their kids in trendy clothes. I'm really tired of seeing the new place they visited. I'm tired of them flaunting how they have better stuff than we have. Okay, well, maybe they're not even happy. Maybe they just feel the need to say, hey, look, we're doing better than our parents did. You know what I mean? And maybe their kids are like, oh, you're taking a picture again, Mom. God, this sucks. You know, and maybe their kids are just tired of it. Maybe your kids are happier and you don't realize it. Maybe your kids are happy because you're actually spending quality time. You're sitting down with your kids and you guys are just coloring and just having like a blast. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes your kids are just happy because you're sitting down and making something with them. You're playing Legos with your kids. You're coloring with your kids. Or you're saying, like, how's your day going? And but you're not being one of those scary parents where they think they're going to get in trouble. Kids like you when they think they can talk to you and you're not going to yell at them. You know what I mean? Like, and like everything you do doesn't have to revolve around how much money you spend. You can just like chill and have fun with your kids. Like, kids like when you make handicrafts with them and stuff like that. And you're sitting down, you're playing with Play-Doh and you're drawing and you're making stuff with them. They totally like doing that. You don't have to spend a lot of money to spend quality time with your kids. And you don't have to take a bunch of pictures of it. I mean, it's kind of fun to have pictures of, remember when we did that? But it's more like, you want to have more experiences than things. You know what I mean? Like, that's what life's really about. You want your kids to look back and go, hey, remember when Mom and Dad did that with us? That was so fun. Remember when our siblings, we did all this together? That was so fun when we went on, you know, this walk or this bike ride, or we made this thing together, or like we told this funny story that we made up together, or we made this food together. That's kind of like, that's what you want them to remember. You don't want to like make everyone look perfect and take a picture together. That kind of sucks, you know. So sometimes these people on social media just want everyone to look just right and take a picture. I like to just think about, you know, I want kids to have fun. Make sure kids are having fun and their memories of you aren't getting yelled at because they don't look just right or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like, it's less important to get perfect pictures on social media and more important that your kids are having fun and remembering you, like, having quality time with them. That's what's important. But social media, you should be able to check in and let people know you're safe and that kind of thing. Okay, so that's really what it's for. Okay, so and you know, I move every few years, so it's good for me to have social media, or else people won't know where I am. Real talk. So remember, social media is perception management. People see what you want them to see. So do not compare yourselves to other people. All right. So I hope, and don't get rid of it either, because it's really a safety issue. But keep in mind that everything you put on there is, your information is being sold, okay, for advertisement purposes. And they're going to try to sell you things based on, because, you know, when you're on social media, it makes you shop, right? So they're going to start putting things through your media to, you know, like on FB and Instagram and other things like that. And they're going to try to market things to you because they can tell by the things I click like on, and they'll try to send things through my feed. You know, they think I want to buy and stuff like that. And they're right. They have me pegged. They're like, oh, she wants to buy this, and they can tell and stuff like that. And they'll send me memes they know I like and stuff like that. So just keep in mind, people let you see what they want you to see. Do not believe everything you see on social media, because I'm telling you this, things that are on TV, things that are in the movies, things that are on social media and stuff like that, a lot of it is just a lot of fakery. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Just use it for what it's for. And if you want to share your memories with your loved ones, do that. But social media is really just consider it entertainment. Okay? And use it for safety. And don't let it depress you. There's another thing you can do with social media. It's called a dopamine detox. All right? This is what you do when you start getting depressed with social media. You get off of social media for about 2 or 3 days and you're like, oh my God, I can't do that. Well, I mean, if you think you should get off of social media, what you do is you just refrain from social media for a few days. You read a book. You keep a journal. You do something that, we did in the old days before we had social media. You draw pictures. You work with your hands, or you do something else. I mean, you clean your house. You just do something else that's just enriching, that's good for you. You know what I mean? You find another project to do where you are not on social media, or you just go on there for 10 minutes a day or something like that. What it does is it repairs your brain chemistry. Okay, and it resets everything in your brain to where you are not constantly needing the stimulation of being on social media, because your brain gets a spike in dopamine every time you log on, every time you like something, every time you check to see who liked your stuff. Okay, because we make too big of a deal out of that. All right, so you might want to do that every once in a while. It's called a dopamine detox. If you guys want to go look it up and get more information on it, in case I'm not explaining it very well. But we do get a spike of dopamine every time somebody gives us a compliment, tells us how great we look, or, what a good job we're doing as a parent, or what a good job we're doing as whatever we're doing on here, or how cool something is that we just put up, or whatever. We get like a little spike of dopamine. We get a little bit of adrenaline, like, yeah, that's right, because we're being validated. Okay, so we need to find validation within ourselves. We need to find validation within things that don't have to do with the approval of others online. Okay, because most of these people online, you guys got to admit, most of these people we've never even met in person. I mean, I've moved around a lot, so a lot of the people online I have met in person, but a lot of them I haven't. So, what should their approval matter? You know what I mean? Like, should I care if they like my picture, if they like my post? Is it a big deal? It really is not, right? So, there we go. My validation should come from me doing a good job in my regular life, me cleaning my house, or getting a task done, doing something that's benefiting my advancement in my life, doing something that really doesn't have to do with social media. You know what I mean? Something that's doing something with my family, something like that. I mean, getting compliments on social media, it's really what is that really doing for me? I mean, I like getting compliments on social media. Don't stop doing that, but make sure you like and subscribe, okay? Because I'd like to get monetized. But the things that are really important in life are building fulfilling personal relationships. Okay, so if you're on social media just looking for people to validate you all the time and validating what you posted, half the time what you posted isn't really completely the truth. So we need to really get back to what's important in life. So I hope this resonated with you guys, and that you guys have a wonderful day. And don't let what you see on social media bother you. If you see something there that you don't like, just ignore it. Don't engage. Don't argue with other people. If you see something you don't like, just keep scrolling. It's not worth it. All right. I love you guys, and you have a wonderful evening. California, stay safe. All right. Keep communicating with everybody. Let everybody know you're okay, or let everybody know you're not okay. That's even more important. All right. I love you, otherworldlies. Good night.